How's everybody?
Great. Huh?
Can't beat the weather, right?
December weather.
I know.
Speaking of December, what is this about Tom that he's become hyper-focused? Look at his career numbers, and I think it's like 66 and 16 in his career in December. What is it about him? I mean, obviously he plays great year-round. Is he elevated at all?
I see the same guy every day, so I don't notice no difference. I think the focus is the same in September as it is in December. The record-wise, I don't know, but just being around him, he come to work every day. Come to work, it don't matter if it's June, December. I tend to think, we get the same guy every day. So to me, it don't seem no different. I'm probably in December, as a team, you want to execute better. You want to start playing your best football. So he's been a part of a lot of good football teams, and good football teams always play well in December.
Is it easier to kind of hone in on the details and the little stuff because you've been like in December because you've been together for several months already that season?
I just think good football teams know after what we always on week 10, 11, 12, 13. If you're going to play good football, by that time you normally have seen it or it's coming. It's coming. You're normally playing. Just understand what's ahead. So good football teams understand what's ahead from a preparation, from a winning football game standpoint, because how much it matters in December. It matters for everyone. I don't care what your record is right now. December football is crucial for everyone.
To that point, Byron, when you talked about, 10, 11, 12, you want to start playing good football, would you say you played your best football last weekend?
I don't know. I wouldn't really say that off. I think we've had better games. We had better spurts. But I think we did enough to win against a good football team. I think we were able to beat a good football team. So everyone may feel or say that. But I think we played good in spurts really all year long, really. We've had more just down moments as opposed to having few high moments.
Leonard, it seemed like Leonard Fournette, the only criticism anybody had of him Sunday was not going down at like the 2-yard line on that last touchdown. Bruce had mentioned that game. Is that something you thought of? And how hard is it to pull up when you have the end zone in front of you like that?
Well, what happened in that situation is something that we work on all the time, but it popped. And it just one of those plays that happened. Obviously, you would like for him to fall down at the 2. We talk about those things all the time. But it was a tied ball game, and that's a different situation. So you see those plays really go both ways, really, when you see those plays happen. I was just happy that he scored, or I was happy we was in position to score because it wasn't a guaranteed field goal at that point from where we was at before the snap. So I was just happy he scored.
Byron, how are division games different in terms of whatever, right? You got 4 of them coming up. This franchise hasn't won the division. You didn't win it last year, but since 2007. So what's this stretch like when you're playing division teams?
Well, division games tend to know each other well, right? You know each other well. You play each other twice a year. There's more. Because you're within the division, there's more scouting of the teams in the division, especially in the off season and all those things. So you learn the team well, you learn the personnel well. And it's always tough within the division because you play each other so much. Guys tend to know what you're doing. So there won't be no secrets out there. It's just whoever plays the best football wins the game normally when you get within the division.
What can you say about this offensive line? Tom has been sacked fewer than any other quarterback that's played in 11 games so far. I guess it all starts up front with you guys.
Yeah, they allow us to do everything that we do. Say it time in and time out, what we ask them to do. Sometimes it go unnoticed, which is a good thing for offensive line. When the offensive line is not getting noticed, that's always a good thing. So I think it all starts there with us. It started there with us last year, run game, pass game. It'll start there with us this year, run game, pass game. Those guys been doing a heck of a job for us really all year, right? They've been the most consistent group really all year.
When it comes to sacks, it's a combination, though, of the guys up front, but also Tom's ability to get the ball out of his hands. He's got to make quick decisions.
Yeah, and it ain't just the quarterback and O-line, it's the wide receivers. When you have sight adjustments, things that you got involved in our offense, everyone's involved. All 11 people are involved. All 11 people have a hand on if or if not you get sacked.
How would you assess how Nick played in a very difficult situation?
I loved it. And, you love the energy that it wasn't too big for him. You know, it wasn't too big for him. You guys hear me talk about if they're on this team, I have the utmost confidence in them. When he went in the game, I was confident that he was going to beat Nick, and Nick went out there and beat Nick. We try to preach to these guys. We want them to be them best selves. You're already good enough because you're here. So play with confidence. Play at your best with the understanding, hey, when you're in them trenches, right, there's battles. You win and lose battles in the trenches. But just go out and give us what you got, which he did. Got a lot of respect for that from a guy who probably 2 weeks ago had no chance. And in his mind, he probably had no chance of playing. But if you watch him practice every day, you saw what you saw in the game last week.
Gronk back for a few games now, and he's been terrific. Can you just speak to the flexibility that he gives you as a play caller, having a guy like that out there, led the team in receiving yards in a really important game against the Colts?
Yeah, and that's what when you have the personnel that we have, and anytime he's out there with the personnel, right, you never know which week who's going to be the guy that has the big game, right? So you just try to put them all in position and see where the ball go. What I like about the group is that they're all ready to make the play. They all ready to make the play when the ball come their way, and that's what you like about this group. They prepare. A couple of them plays, it was a few guys open, and the ball just went to him. The ball got to Gronk, so he had the big day.
What about not only what Leonard Fournette's been doing on the field, we understand he gave a little bit of a speech at halftime. Has he become more of like the leader along with Tom now in the offense?
Gave us, will you say speech?
He talked at halftime, I guess, Leonard Fournette.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't there for that. But I think Lenny's growing. I told you guys he's becoming a pro. I think he's becoming a pro. His approach into the game, the way he approaches practice, the way he go into football games, more detailed than he's ever been before. So he's just working. He's working to become as good as football player he can be. That's what you love about it. All our guys go out every day and just try to be a better version of themselves and try to practice that way. So you appreciate it as a coach. But, yeah, I just think he's becoming a pro, and we're seeing all that work pay off.
God, what's it like for you as a play caller watching him just kind of carry that load, 4 touchdowns? It's not often you see that from a running back.
Yeah, I don't care who score. I really don't care who score. I just try to put them all in position to have success. And like I said, week in and week out, you never know who's that guy going to be. The ball just came his way because probably some of the coverages that we got, some of the matchups that we had that week, we liked that matchup. So, I mean, Lenny's Lenny. He was drafted that high for a reason. He's a very talented player, very smart, aware football player.
What blew your mind there on that 26-yard touchdown there in the final minutes?
I saw him get around the corner, and then my eyes went to the receiver out there, and I knew Chris was out there. So once I saw Chris square with the guy, I knew it was a chance. But before it was snapped, you know, on the headset, I said, this may go. It's just because we knew we had a good look. A few of us knew we had a good shot at getting a chunk. We didn't know if it would get in or not. So, yeah, very similar, very similar.
You're getting a lot of the same coverages, Byron. It's no secret, right, when you got Mike and Chris out there. And the good news is you can win a lot of different ways. You've done it with Lenny. So what's the challenge to still get those guys looks, still get those guys open, even though the coverage is designed to shut them down?
Yeah, well, like we say, we don't care what the coverage that they play. And we're going to attack the coverage. So we're going to attack the defense. So sometimes the ball go in other areas because you're throwing to a Rob Gronkowski. So it's not like it's just whoever is like get open first. You know, get open first. Get to your spot. You can't control if the ball come your way. So don't worry about if the ball come your way. All you can control is getting open. So try to get open, get to your spots, do your job, and if the ball come to you, these guys have all done a great job because playing too high, too man, that's not going to really keep any of these guys from getting the ball. Sometimes in those coverages, what we got called tells Tom to go here, here, and there, and sometimes other guys have big games. So we just try to prepare for everything, really prepare for all, because we're seeing everything, right? We're seeing a lot of too high, We're seeing singles. We see everything. So we just try to prepare ourselves for everything and just try to execute on Sundays.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.